The new Google logos. Call me crazy, but I'm making a tier list out of them. Yeah, you heard me right. Today we'll find out all of my opinions on the new Google logos. Also, feel free to drop a comment if you have your own opinion. I'd love to get feedback. Oh, also, if this video performs well, I'll do some more tier lists, and then hopefully you'll get my opinion on all of the other logos as well. Gmail, good old Gmail. You know, honestly, they didn't overhaul it. They didn't mess anything up. And I know this is an early one to put in peak design, but I think, how can you screw up a Gmail logo? The gradient looks nice, nothing wrong with that. And I actually can't seem to find any faults on here, so I'm just gonna go with peak design. Google Maps. How do you improve on a Google Maps logo? You can make the circle bigger, which I honestly think looks way better than the small circle. You can add a gradient, which is what they did on basically every single one of these logos. And how do you make this better? So for that, I'm gonna say it's not a great logo, but how are you supposed to make a Google Maps logo great? So for that, I think I'm putting it behind Gmail, like way behind. Like, it's not actually a good logo. I'm just gonna put it in peak design. Drive. This is where things get interesting, and I'm not just jumping to conclusions here. I'm actually gonna have to think about this one for a bit. Honestly, it looks kind of chopped. First of all, I kind of liked when Google Drive was a bit more like slick. Like, I can't make up my mind whether this is chopped or slick. Cause, well, this is not peak design, but if I put it up here somewhere, that doesn't really make sense. But I can't put it down in these areas over here. It's not like that bad of a logo. I wouldn't say it has many problems. I'd say good, but one or two faults. There's nothing wrong with it. It just looks a little off. Okay, up next we have Google Sheets. This is gonna sound so stupid. Everything is fine with the logo, except for the aspect ratio. Because if you see here, Google Docs has like a vertical format like most documents do, and Google Slides has a horizontal format. But for Sheets, you don't actually have a format. You can make it as big or as little as you want. And so that's why I would have liked more of a 4x3. So for that, I mean, it has one or two faults. I'd say it is better than Drive, but there's nothing technically wrong with that. It's just I find that the aspect ratio looks a little weird for a sheet. Okay. What about Slides? I mean, Slides is W. How can you improve on Slides like that? It was a good logo from the beginning, and they just made it even better by turning it horizontal and adding a gradient and a little page behind it that you can hardly see in this blurry image. So for that, peak design, I don't even need to explain it. I would go as far as putting it above Gmail. It's a better logo overall, and they changed more than they did in Gmail. Google Calendar, you know, it was always kind of boring. Like, how do you make a good looking calendar? It just sort of looks chopped, if you know what I mean. That's just my opinion, but it doesn't look all that good, really. Google Docs, peak design, by the way. It's right up there with Slides. Didn't change much. They added a really cool, purple. That is so cool. They added purple in it. Very cool. No complaints at all. It's just Slides is better. Chat, complete overhaul. For context, this is what chat looks like now, and this is what it used to look like. Were they trying to make a smiley face? I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan. It doesn't have many problems. It has one or two, and it's fine for a chat logo. Definitely Google Drive is better though. And finally, we have Google Forms. I'm just gonna say it belongs right here. Hear me out. Google Forms used to be on a page, right? It was basically a long document. This, first of all, if I zoom in here, it has like holes, like it's not filled in there. That's kind of weird. Maybe it indicates the question you're answering currently, but to me that just seems a little weird. I don't know. It's not plain bad, but why did they do this, honestly? It just doesn't fit in with these two anymore. Well, I guess that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if this video somehow gets popular, then I will make another one ranking the ones that I missed.